What started as a dream collaboration between a best-selling author and a Hollywood icon has now spiraled into something no one could have predicted. Colleen Hoover's It Ends With Us was supposed to be the next Notebook, a raw, emotional love story adapted for the big screen with A-listers behind the scenes. But instead of red carpet glamour and feel-good press tours, it's become one of the messiest public feuds in recent Hollywood memory. Lawsuits, deleted posts, accusations of betrayal, and at the center of it all, Colleen Hoover, Blake Lively, and Justin Baldoni. 3 names now tangled in controversy, legal chaos, and a fandom war that's turned toxic. But to understand how everything unraveled, we have to start at the beginning, before the court filings, before the Instagram meltdowns, before Colleen vanished from the internet. Back when the only headline was, Colleen Hoover's iconic novel is finally getting a movie. In 2022, fans were thrilled when it was announced that It Ends With Us was being adapted into a film. It wasn't just any studio behind it, Sony was involved, and the man leading the charge was actor and director Justin Baldoni. He was a longtime friend and vocal supporter of Hoover's work, and according to insiders, he'd been trying to get this project greenlit for years. Then came the bombshell casting news. Blake Lively was chosen to play Lily Bloom, the story's deeply personal and emotionally scarred main character. The internet had a full-blown meltdown. Some fans were thrilled, others, not so much. There were whispers that Blake was too polished, too perfect, too Hollywood to embody Lily's trauma and grit. But Colleen? She said nothing. At least, not yet. Behind the scenes, everything looked picture perfect. Colleen and Justin were publicly friendly, sharing kind words and mutual admiration. Blake began quietly preparing for the role. The adaptation had all the makings of a massive hit, but just beneath the surface, tensions were already brewing. Creative differences, clashing visions, and a loyalty that would soon be questioned by millions. Because what came next wasn't just drama, it was war. Before the lawsuits, before the internet chose sides, Colleen Hoover and Justin Baldoni were the duo everyone rooted for. Their friendship wasn't some last-minute Hollywood arrangement. It went back years. Justin wasn't just a fan of It Ends With Us. He believed in it. He believed in Colleen. He fought to bring her story to the screen when no one else would. Emails between them showed a genuine bond, full of admiration and excitement. They weren't just collaborators. They were friends who gushed about each other in interviews, in private messages, and even publicly on social media. So when the two finally teamed up to turn the novel into a film, fans thought this was the dream pairing. Colleen had someone who would protect her vision. Or so it seemed. But friendship in Hollywood is fragile, especially when power, money, and control enter the mix. Somewhere between casting calls and production meetings, things began to shift. Justin, who was not only directing but also producing and co-starring in the film, started to steer the project in his own direction. And while Colleen initially supported the vision, insiders say she began to feel boxed out. Her input was minimized. Her voice, the voice that had created the story in the first place, was suddenly no longer the loudest in the room. Then came the twist no one saw coming. Out of nowhere, Colleen publicly backed Blake Lively on Instagram, right when rumors were circulating that Justin and Blake were at odds over the direction of the film. Fans were shocked. Why would Colleen turn her back on Justin, the one person who championed her story from the beginning? Some called it betrayal, others said it was strategy. Either way, the move triggered an avalanche. Loyal Hoover readers, some of the most passionate in publishing, felt blindsided. They weren't just disappointed, they were angry. Posts began flooding social media accusing Colleen of selling out, of switching sides, of choosing Hollywood glam over real loyalty. And Justin? He went silent. But behind the scenes, something was clearly brewing, because days later, everything exploded. The internet had questions. Why would Colleen Hoover back Blake Lively so openly? Especially when it meant distancing herself from Justin Baldoni, the man who helped bring her novel to life. But Colleen wasn't answering, and her silence only fueled the fire. Fans began digging. They resurfaced old emails, friendly interviews, even posts where Colleen once called Justin the only person who understood the heart of It Ends With Us. Now, that same Justin was being completely left in the dust. And then came the real bombshell. Justin filed a lawsuit. Not a small one either. $400 million. The target? Blake Lively. He accused her of defamation, painting the case as a vengeful move to silence her after she reportedly spoke out about alleged sexual harassment. And suddenly, this wasn't just drama between friends, it was a full-blown legal war. Colleen's name was tangled up in it all, and the court of public opinion was ruthless. People were asking, was this why she flipped? Had she chosen Blake to protect her own image? Or was she genuinely taking a stand? But that wasn't even the worst of it. Just days after the lawsuit hit the press, Colleen's fans turned on her in a way that felt personal. TikToks went viral of readers walking into Barnes & Noble, flipping Colleen's books backward on the shelves so the covers were hidden. Comments under her posts were flooded with betrayal accusations. People said she'd abandoned her values, her message, her fans, and when she finally did speak, it wasn't to explain. It was to sell. In a shaky Instagram rant, Colleen revealed her merch had been slashed to just $10. She claimed her boss had marked it all down, but it felt more like damage control than a fire sale. "Even if you hate me," she said, "you should go buy a piece." Fans were stunned. Was this really happening? Their favorite author, once hailed for her emotional depth, now promoting cheap hoodies in the middle of a scandal? The fallout was swift. Comment sections turned into battlegrounds. Her most loyal followers began to disappear. And just like that, Colleen Hoover went from the queen of book talk to the face of betrayal. Colleen Hoover and Blake Lively were booked for a joint appearance on Good Morning America, what should have been a simple press stop to promote It Ends With Us. For weeks, fans had been begging for answers, and now all eyes were on this interview. When the segment began, everything looked normal. Smiles, polite laughter, standard questions about the movie and its emotional impact. But then came the moment that changed everything. "Colleen," the host asked, "how do you feel about Blake's portrayal of Lily?" What followed wasn't a rehearsed soundbite or PR-approved praise. Colleen hesitated. The room went quiet. And then, with a calm but cutting tone, she said, "I have to be honest. I'm not sure Blake understands the depth of this character." The air was sucked out of the studio. Blake Lively, visibly caught off guard, forced a tight smile. But Colleen wasn't finished. She explained that Lily wasn't just a fictional role. She was rooted in real trauma, drawn from Colleen's own experiences. "From what I've seen," she added, "Blake's interpretation feels superficial." The hosts tried to shift gears, but the damage was done. Viewers at home couldn't believe what they were watching. It wasn't just a disagreement, it was a live betrayal happening in real time. Colleen had essentially discredited her lead actress publicly on national television. And within hours, the internet erupted. Clips of the moment flooded TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, every platform imaginable. Fans were shocked, confused, split right down the middle. Team Colleen said she was standing up for her story, refusing to let it be watered down. Team Blake said it was a low blow, unprofessional, and humiliating. The hashtag #Hoover versus Lively started trending. And for the first time, Blake Lively, America's golden girl, was no longer untouchable. But Colleen, she didn't backpedal, she doubled down. That night she posted again, cryptic messages, vague statements, and then silence. Whatever was going on behind the scenes, one thing was clear. The quiet tension that had been building for months had finally burst into flames. And this fire wasn't dying down anytime soon. The moment Colleen went public with her doubts about Blake's performance, the behind-the-scenes tension turned into a legal battlefield. What had started as a creative disagreement was now dragging everyone into a high-stakes courtroom drama. Justin Baldoni, once seen as the peaceful middleman between Colleen and Blake, filed a jaw-dropping $400 million lawsuit. His claim? That Blake Lively had defamed him with her statements about alleged misconduct, and that the damage to his reputation was not just personal, but career-ending. Blake didn't back down. She and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, filed motions to have the case thrown out. Their legal team argued that Blake had every right to speak on sensitive experiences, citing California's Me Too protections. According to them, this lawsuit wasn't about justice. It was retaliation, a way to silence her. Her legal filing asked the court not only to dismiss the claims, but to do it with prejudice, meaning Baldoni wouldn't be able to come back and try again. And she wasn't just asking for dismissal. She wanted him to pay her legal fees, plus triple damages. That alone could have kept the internet busy for weeks. But then came another bombshell. Justin Baldoni's former publicist filed her own lawsuit. In it, she claimed that Baldoni's crisis PR team had schemed to protect his image by orchestrating a smear campaign against Blake. She accused them of burying damaging information about him and then trying to blame her for the fallout. The evidence? Text messages, emails, and internal communications allegedly pulled from a company phone. If true, this wasn't just a feud. It was a full-blown Hollywood takedown operation. Colleen, caught in the middle of all this, began disappearing piece by piece. First, she deleted over 30 posts from her Instagram, many featuring Justin and other collaborators. Then she made her account private. Finally, she deactivated altogether. No more interviews, no more statements, no more defenses. Fans speculated she was trying to erase digital trails, fearing legal repercussions or public backlash. Some thought it was a mental health break. Others believed it was calculated. Meanwhile, the drama spilled beyond the courtroom. Bookstores quietly started distancing themselves. TikTokers shared videos of Colleen's books being hidden, flipped around, or removed from displays altogether. A silent protest from fans who once worshipped her. And still, no apology, no explanation, just silence. For someone who built an empire on emotional honesty, Colleen Hoover's sudden disappearance felt off. At first, fans thought it was just a social media break, a temporary escape from the chaos. But this wasn't just about logging off. She started deleting. First went the posts, dozens of them. Every photo with Justin Baldoni, gone. Mentions of the It Ends With Us adaptation, scrubbed. Pictures from red carpets, press events, and behind-the-scenes set visits, vanished without explanation. Then she deactivated her entire account. Not archived, not made private. Gone. And with it, a digital history that fans had followed for years. Comment sections filled with confusion. People asked, why now? And what is she hiding? But the real question was this: was Colleen running from public backlash? Or something bigger? Adding to the mystery, rumors started circulating that she'd fired her entire team. Her agent, her publicist, even her assistant, reportedly all let go within days of each other. Industry insiders claimed she was done with writing and had retreated completely from the public eye. According to gossip site Dumas, Colleen told close friends she was over it, over the drama, over the book world, over the pressure. After more than 20 million copies sold and a ride to the top of publishing, she was stepping down. But to fans who had followed her journey since the beginning, it didn't add up. Why walk away now, when her biggest moment was just around the corner? Some speculated she was trying to avoid being legally entangled in the lawsuits. Others thought it was mental burnout, pushed to the edge by constant scrutiny and betrayal. But there was another theory, one darker and more calculated, that Colleen had made her choice. And now, she was disappearing before the consequences caught up. And as she slipped into silence, the internet filled in the blanks. TikTok speculated about deleted DMs, potential cover-ups, and whether attorneys could recover digital evidence. Reddit threads dissected every move. Was she distancing herself from Justin to protect herself legally? Or from Blake, now that public opinion had started shifting again? No one knew for sure. But one thing was clear: the Colleen Hoover the world knew, open, online, and always talking, was gone. And in her place, just a void where answers used to be. As Colleen Hoover disappeared, Blake Lively did the opposite, staying calm, composed, and, oddly, untouched. While Colleen was bleeding followers and headlines, Blake remained pristine. Her Instagram follower count? Unchanged. Not a single dip, not even during the peak of the backlash. At first, people chalked it up to her superstar status. But then the internet started digging, and what they found sparked a whole new wave of controversy. Fans began noticing strange patterns. Dozens of new Instagram accounts were suddenly following Blake all at once. All of them had the same eerie characteristics: 5 followers, brand new pages, no real posts, and following only a small circle of influencers, including Blake. It wasn't just suspicious, it looked artificial. And it wasn't just 1 or 2 accounts, it was dozens, then hundreds, all following the same exact people. Among them, Mr. Beast, Girl Boss Barcelona, and some obscure influencer author. It looked like someone was padding Blake's numbers to keep them steady, and her image untouchable. The accusation: Blake Lively, or her team, was allegedly buying followers to mask any public backlash. A quiet PR tactic to make sure her reputation stayed clean while the chaos unfolded. And while Blake never addressed the accusations, the silence only made them grow louder. Screenshots flooded TikTok, showing pages of identical follower patterns. Reddit threads blew up with amateur detectives tracking digital footprints. If this was happening to a regular influencer, one user wrote, they'd be canceled already. And this wasn't just about numbers. It was about the narrative. Blake was being painted as the unbothered, graceful victim, while Colleen Hoover spiraled publicly. But now, people were wondering, was that image carefully curated? And more importantly, was it real? To her fans, Blake was elegance, professionalism, Hollywood royalty. But to critics, she was starting to look manufactured, safe behind filters, untouched by consequence. And the idea that her follower count had been manipulated, it was more than just shady, it was strategic. Because in a world where perception is reality, staying at 45 million followers wasn't just about vanity, it was power, it was control. And if that control was being manufactured behind the scenes, then maybe Blake wasn't just surviving the scandal. Maybe she was rewriting it. For weeks, Colleen Hoover had been silent. Her socials were wiped, her name kept trending for all the wrong reasons, and every bookstore visit seemed to come with a side of protest. But then came the final twist, one no one was prepared for. According to gossip outlet Dumas and whispers from industry insiders, Colleen Hoover had officially retired. No more books, no more press, no more anything. At first, people didn't believe it. This was the woman who sold over 20 million novels, dominated book talk for years, and turned deeply personal trauma into best-selling art. Retirement? Just like that. But the clues were all there. She'd reportedly let go of her entire team. Literary agents, publicists, assistants, everyone gone. Her final posts were cryptic, erratic, and, at times, borderline unhinged. One clip showed her pouring Diet Pepsi into ice cube trays, asking followers if they'd ever done something so genius. It was odd, almost unsettling. People weren't just questioning her career, they were starting to question her mental state. And then there were the rumors. On-set clashes, screaming matches. One source claimed that during a final production meeting, Colleen stormed out and shouted, "If you change Lily's story, you're changing my story, and I won't allow that." To her, It Ends With Us wasn't just a book, it was her life. And watching it be transformed into something she didn't recognize, that was the line. Insiders said Colleen had begged Sony to consider younger actresses like Florence Pugh or Sadie Sink for the role of Lily, someone who could bring a different kind of emotional intensity. But the studio chose star power. They chose Blake. And the second that happened, Colleen started pulling back, first emotionally, then professionally, until finally, she vanished. Her fans, still reeling from the betrayal they felt, were now left with confusion. Some saw the retirement as an admission of guilt. Others viewed it as self-preservation, a quiet bow out before more damage could be done. Either way, her exit wasn't graceful. It was messy, dramatic, and full of unanswered questions, just like the story she left behind. And with Colleen gone, all eyes turned back to the movie, to Blake, to the lawsuits still looming. The film that was supposed to empower women, shine a light on abuse, and make people feel something, was now buried under NDAs, court orders, and deleted tweets. Colleen Hoover had stepped away, but the fire she lit was still burning. So now we're left with a story that started as a celebration and ended in chaos. A best-selling author who built an empire on vulnerability disappears. A Hollywood star once known for her charm is pulled into a legal firestorm, and a man who once symbolized peace, love, and healing now faces serious accusations, legal blowback, and career damage. What was supposed to be a beautiful adaptation of It Ends With Us turned into a real-life drama with higher stakes, deeper wounds, and no clear heroes. Colleen Hoover may have vanished from the public eye, but the internet hasn't stopped talking. Fans still debate her loyalty, her silence, and whether she ever truly believed Blake was the right choice. Others wonder if Blake Lively's polished image is too good to be true, just another Hollywood illusion built on smoke and mirrors. Meanwhile, Justin Baldoni has gone from beloved creative to public enemy in some corners of the internet. And the lawsuits, they're far from over. Behind the headlines, court motions, and Instagram deletions, there's a much bigger question. Can authors and Hollywood ever truly collaborate without chaos? Can a story so personal survive the machine of movie making without being gutted, softened, or twisted into something it was never meant to be? And when power, fame, and ego get involved, who actually gets to tell the story?